Hi Pisces, this is your general reading for the month of September. As always, I have already pre-shuffled and laid out your cards. Now, the thing I want to say to you looking at your cards, although this is a general reading, looking at the cards, I feel we're steering more towards the relationship and love aspect of your life. But I'm going to do the reading and we're going to see how it pans out. The first card we have, which is the energy being brought in this month, and I will say it as I see it, it's not a good card. Unfortunately, it is the Three of Swords. Now, the swords represent air. They represent Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. They represent our thoughts, our thinking, our perception of things. It's all connected to our mind. Now, the Three of Swords, as I said, it's not a good card to have, okay? The Three of Swords signifies a loss, or a difficult sacrifice has had to be made. It can sometimes ask for you to really, because with this card, it's pain. There's sorrow, there's sadness, there's heartbreak, there's grief attached to this card. And sometimes what is needed is to really get in touch with that pain and grief. Because by getting in touch with it and fully understanding it, you can then start to heal from it, and at some point the pain can start to subside. But the Three of Swords speaks of heartbreak within the aspects of losing something. Something has gone from your life. You could be feeling a sense of rejection at this time, and I would be inclined to say you could be feeling very lonely at this time. As I said, it is asking you to get in touch with the pain, because then you can slowly release the pain, because it's about finding forgiveness as well. There's not much else that I really want to say about this card, if I'm being truthful, because it's not a good energy at all. It is an energy of sadness and sorrow, rejection, loneliness, heartbreak, and grief. Yeah, it's not good. Now, the next card we have that is crossing the Three of Swords is the Ten of Cups. Now, ordinarily, the tens represent the coming to the end of something, reaching the conclusion, reaching the goal, and 10 is normally a good number to have in a suit. This is the Ten of Cups, as I said. The cups are water, and they represent Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Now, as I say to you all the time, I will tell you the signs that each suit represents, but it does not mean that you are dealing with that sign. The cups are all to do with our feelings, our emotions, and love. With the 10 of Cups, it is about things being out of kilter. It's about revelations. It's secrets coming out. It is about a feeling of discord in your life. And obviously, this is very much connected to this 3 of Swords. It's possible that some secrets have come to the surface. As I said, revelations, have come to the forefront. It can suggest that friends have moved away from you, or friends have left your circle. Because in general, this card represents your social life feeling completely out of sync. It can also sometimes represent somebody around you who is being disruptive. Somebody who is exploiting others or exploiting a situation for their own gain. If that is the case, then you must know that this is going to be a temporary situation, and that at some point life will return to normal. Now, the next card we have is the Queen of Wands. The wands represent fire. I should have actually said the cups, as I did say, the cups represent Scorpio, Pisces and Cancer. So, with the 10 of Cups, we do have your own energy there. Now we're dealing with the Queen of Wands reversed. The wands are fire. The wands represent Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. The wands are about action, about the physical element of doing things, and sometimes with speed and quickness. The Queen of Wands has fallen within your foundation or the root source. And what the Queen of Wands, and although it's a queen, it doesn't have to mean it's a woman. It can also be a man. It can also be talking about your own energy. But the Queen of Wands represents that there is some sort of opposition to you, or opposition to some area of your life. There's some jealousy maybe surrounding you from somebody else. This card can also signify deceit from somebody else. And if it's not you that is being jealous or deceitful, then it's somebody else around you. It can also signify infidelity within a relationship. And the fact that we have the 3 of Swords show up there with this complete heartbreak and loss, and the 3 swords going through, it could indicate that somebody has been stepping outside of a relationship. And the Ten of Cups, as I said, can represent secrets coming out. So I don't want to say this applies, this is a fact, but it is a possibility that a relationship has broken up because you or the other person has discovered the secrets that there was some infidelity within a relationship. The next card we have is the Nine of Cups, which again is your energy being water. This has fallen within your near past, but something that is having or could be possibly having an effect on you now. With the Nine of Cups reversed, it can show that there could have been, as an example, there could have been wishes or dreams, but these wishes and dreams have not been fulfilled. They have not come true. It could be that somebody's expectations, possibly in regards to a relationship or an emotional aspect of their lives, was unrealistic. It can sometimes signify that somebody around is acting in a greedy way. It can as well show that sometimes somebody is feeling emotionally depressed or emotionally down in the dumps. It's almost like you knew that something was missing. You knew deep down that something wasn't right, but at the time you couldn't quite put your finger on it. And I feel with the Ten of Cups, as I've said, that gut feeling you had that something wasn't right has now been revealed to you in regards to these secrets or these revelations. Now, the next card we have is the Ace of Pentacles. The Pentacles are Earth. They are related to Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The Pentacles can sometimes talk of money, work, material wealth and gain, material objects. The Pentacles are normally a very grounded energy. Now, the Aces always represent new beginnings, but we have the Ace reversed here. When the Ace of Pentacles is reversed, and I'm going to continue on the theme of a relationship now, because I feel very much that's what this reading is about. It can signify that somebody is in the relationship more for the material side of it. I don't want to say that somebody was in the relationship just for money, but it is kind of like that. Somebody was more focused on maybe the financial aspect or aspects within this relationship more than the emotional aspects. It can signify that the love interest, liked you a lot, but was not in love with you, maybe in the way that you was in love with them. And maybe they do focus more on money within their relationships. Maybe I'm trying to think of an example. It's kind of like, I don't want to say somebody marries for money, but it's like somebody wants somebody that is financially secure. And that is something that's more important to them than what can be offered on an emotional level. Now, the next card we have is the Knight of Swords. It is reversed and it has fallen within your near future position. Now, the Knight of Swords, it can indicate that you now have this feeling of wanting to go it alone. That you now have this feeling of wanting to search for your own freedom. But like I said, the swords are all to do with our mind and our thinking. And it could be that you now are feeling that you want to mentally release this pain and this grief that you have gone through. It can also indicate that somebody could be giving you a lot of hype about something. And this card is warning you not to get caught up in the hype of a situation. It is also saying and warning you to slow down, because you could be at the risk of a mental burnout. That thoughts are very scattered at the moment, and you could be trying to gain some mental freedom from a situation, but your thoughts are all over the place, and it's asking you to slow down with your thoughts and your thinking now, because you could be at risk of burning out. It can also sometimes signify, because the knights can represent a person, and it can sometimes signify somebody coming into your life with lots of energy, lots of mental energy, but they have no real direction on where they're going. The next card we have is the Two of Cups. So more emotional energy. Now, the Two of Cups has fallen within the position of how you see yourself, or what you want for yourself. And the Two of Cups signifies that you just want to be truly loved and valued. You want to feel loved and valued within a relationship for you, not for what you can give to somebody on a material level, but for somebody to accept you for you and love you for you and value you for you. I think that's what you are really searching for, and that's something that I think you're feeling very strongly at the moment, is that you just want to feel loved and valued by somebody. The next card we have is the Emperor. It is reversed. It is a major arcana. Now, the Emperor has fallen within your environment, friends and family, or possibly how others are seeing you. Now, in terms of a relationship, the Emperor signifies an instability within a relationship. It's suggestive of somebody who can be here one day and gone the next. And you don't hear from them for weeks, and then they're back again. And then they go again. It can also suggest that somebody around you, or this is how others are seeing you, but somebody is being domineering. Somebody is needing to control a person or a situation. It can also say that somebody is very rigid within their thinking. I should just say the Emperor is the card of Aries, but by no means does it mean you're dealing with an Aries. And when the Emperor is upright, the Emperor is a very good energy and he's a good ally. But when he's reversed, it's like all of his strengths that the Emperor has, he then uses those in a negative way, because the Emperor is strong, has great strength of will, can be quite stubborn, but is very honest. But when it's reversed, his strength and stubbornness can then come along or come out, in a domineering and controlling way. So if this is not how others are seeing you, then it's possible that there is somebody around you who is acting in this way. The next card we have is the King of Wands. Now this has fallen within your hopes and fears or need to know position. Now the King of Wands it can suggest that at the moment the expectations you have for yourself are too high. It can also signify somebody who is a visionary or somebody who is very goal orientated. Now, because of this position that this has fallen in, I feel that you are trying to gain vision concerning a particular goal. You are trying to find the best course of action to deal with something or to reach your goal. It can sometimes signify, it is the card, I need to say, of Sagittarius. And it can sometimes signify an older man in your life who is possibly a Sagittarius, but doesn't have to be. It can signify an older man that is a lot wiser than you and is very open in his approach to others. And it's somebody that could really care about you and want to help you. If you don't know somebody like that, then I feel that at the moment you are hoping to gain some clear vision in regards to your next goal or action or movement. Now, for your final outcome, we have the Death card, which is reversed. Lots of people don't like the Death card. It is a major arcana. I personally like the Death card, but I do prefer to see the Death card upright rather than reversed. Because when it's reversed, it's signifying major changes, but changes that you are not prepared for. Now, the Death card is about endings, moving away from things, or the ending of a situation or a relationship. And when something ends, it's like it, with the Death card, because it's signifying an ending, it's almost like the ending has had to happen. It was out of your control. And when something ends, sometimes it ends for the purpose of some new beginning to take place. But when it's reversed, it is saying about a change or an ending. But something that you completely did not expect, or something, as I said, that you was not entirely prepared for. But nonetheless, this change is entirely necessary. And I feel that this change for you is going to be about your emotions. It's signifying a change is now needed in regards to your Three of Swords situation, in regards to the pain and heartbreak and loss that you've suffered. This Death card is telling you that change is now necessary, and you may not be prepared to get over this heartbreak. You may be stubbornly resisting that because you are in such, or feeling in such a dreadful way emotionally. But this card is forcing you to look to your future. And you may not want to look to the future at the moment, because you could be feeling this complete despair about your life, that you can only focus on the here and the now. It could be almost like it's taking all of your energy just to get out of bed every day. But this card has shown up to get you to come out of this mindset and to force you to start looking towards your future. And the King of Wands again was there saying that you need to start gaining some vision on your goals that you now want within your life, goals that you may want to achieve, or how you wish your life to move forward. And the Death card has shown up to tell you that you cannot resist whatever change has had to happen. Whatever breakup or sadness you have gone through, it has happened. There was nothing you could do to change that. And all you can do now is to try to bring yourself out of this sadness and sorrow, and to start concentrating on your future. Because this sadness and despair that you're feeling is just depleting all of your energies, and it's not going to help you. And when the Death card is reversed, it can show that you are holding on tightly to a position or a relationship that is no longer obtainable, that is no longer there, and it's not going to help you to see your long-term goals within your life if you continue to hold on to this past situation or relationship. We had the card on the table that was asking you to deal with your feelings, to accept your feelings, to understand the pain that you've gone through. Because by understanding it and having some clarity, you can then start to release the pain, heal yourself, and move on. And of course, when you've gone through such heartbreak, this cannot happen overnight. It is a process. But this card has shown up to remind you and to tell you that you now need to start this process of accepting the pain, coming to terms with this pain, understanding this pain and how it's made you feel. And then you have to start allowing yourself to heal from this, so you can then move on with your future to a happier time to come, and move on to happier times with much more clarity and vision as in which way you now want your life to go. So, Pisces, that is the end of your reading. It's not been an easy reading to do, purely because of all the emotional pain that is within this reading. But the outcome card, even though it's the Death card, it's a good card because it's asking you to deal, as I said, with everything, to allow yourself the time to heal. And It's a card to remind you that you now need to start moving forward with your life. Everybody feels loss and heartbreak at some stage of their lives. And it's all about how we handle that loss and heartbreak. We either allow it to control our future and take over our future, or we deal with it, accept it, heal from it, and then move on to hopefully happier times. Now, as I said, this was a general reading, but sometimes the cards want to speak about something in particular. And this reading has certainly gone that way. Now, there is obviously a lot of Pisceans out there. This reading will not resonate with all of you. Maybe part of the reading will and part won't. If you have liked this reading, please give it the thumbs up. If you haven't liked it, by all means give it the thumbs down. If you wish to leave a comment, I greatly appreciate that, and I do reply to every comment that somebody has left for me. As I said, it cannot resonate with all of you, but within this reading today, although it was meant to be a general reading, there is a very clear message within this reading. And that clear message, I feel, must resonate with somebody. So I would have liked the reading to be more positive, but the only good thing I can say is the outcome card is positive. But like I said, you have to allow yourself to go through the healing process first. So I will be back again soon to do your love reading for September. And based on this reading today, I am very curious to see what that love reading is going to show for you. Because although there's been heartbreak and loss here, it may not be because of the ending of a love relationship. It could be, sadly, that you may have physically lost somebody. Maybe somebody has passed away, and that is the heartbreak and the sorrow. Because there's been a loss in some aspects of your life, but only you will know where that loss fits in with your life. So, Pisces, until I see you again for your love reading, thank you for watching. Bye.